Hey guys, welcome back. Kellen here from Droid Life. So today, got a special treat. We're taking a look at the Samsung Galaxy S2. This is the unlocked version. It's not the Verizon. It's not 4G LTE or anything like that. It's actually I've got it actually running on AT&T's 3G, and I will say that this is an unbelievable phone. Probably one of the top 2 or 3 phones I've ever used. Okay, I've sort of got the original Droid up there just for sort of sentimental reasons, and this might be right behind it. Okay. Better than any phone I've used definitely this year. I've used the Evo 3D, taken a look at some really nice phones out there. I don't think anything comes even close to this. This thing needs to come stateside immediately. So anyway, let's take a look at it. Back side, we got 8 megapixel camera, it does 1080p. You got a speaker down here. You've sort of got, I mean, it's, as you can see, the phone's ridiculously thin, right? And then you've sort of got just this mini little hump down there, which is not a big deal at all. It's still thinner than almost any phone you'll ever find. And this is technically one of the thinnest or the thinnest smartphones on the planet. So anyway, that's what it looks like from the side. Up on top, we got a 3.5mm headphone jack, noise canceling mic. On this side, we've got the lock switch, which we know Samsung likes to put on the side for whatever reason. Actually, I'm starting to get used to that and actually sort of prefer that to the top now. On the bottom, you've got your micro USB charging, and there's another mic down there. No HDMI out. Over here is your volume rocker. Looks like another noise canceller. There is no HDMI out. I'm sure they've got an accessory that can do that because it can record 1080p and out and all that stuff like that. On the front, the All-Star is the 4.3-inch Super AMOLED Plus screen, which doesn't have as high resolution as, say, the Sensation or Evo Droid X2. Who cares? When a thing looks this beautiful and the colors are this vibrant, it really doesn't matter what the resolution is. Okay? Check that out. Okay, so the only other weird thing with this phone, actually it's really the only weird thing, and that's these bottom buttons down here. Okay, so you can see we've got this sort of iPhone Kang home button, and then, I'll actually have to unlock it. And then if we go down and look at the bottom, you can see you got a menu key and a back key. So there's no search key and there's no home key. Your home key is this button. In order to search, all you have to do is long press on that menu key and you can see a search popped up. Then you have your back key. So it's taken a little bit to get used to not having a home and not having a search button, but you know, the phone's so good it doesn't really matter. Okay, this iPhone Kang button though is sort of a little annoying. But anyway, let's jump in, show you guys. I'm actually going to pull up TouchWiz. It does run TouchWiz. It is running Android 2.3.3 though, so you can see that going on down there. It's not 2.3.4, which is technically the newest version, but it's new enough. If we go ahead and look up top, we have the TouchWiz built-in, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth toggles and things like that, and those stay there even if you use like ADW or something like that. If we go back home though, TouchWiz again, you can see it's TouchWiz. But you can also see that with this 1.2 gigahertz dual-core processor, has no problems whipping through these home screens. You know, in TouchWiz and Blur and all those, we've seen lag. Even on the Droid X2 with its new dual-core processor, it lags like crazy. This phone, there is not 1 ounce of lag anywhere near this thing. It's so fast. If we go into the app drawer, you can see I have it in list mode, but you can just flick and it's that fast. If we go ahead and do grid view, it's just as fast. There's no lag going on. You're not going to find any lag anywhere on this phone, in the browser, any of that stuff. So it's ridiculously fast. I did want to show you this thing that they've done. If you go ahead and grab, the phone does this, it lets you do motion sort of actions basically. So let's say I want to grab this icon and move it. All I have to do is twist the phone. Let me block this on there. Twist the phone, and it's actually changing screens. It's sort of hard to see because it's so dark. It's actually changing screens just by me tilting. So these are some of the cool things that they've built in. Actually does the same thing with photo gallery. If you go to your photo gallery and twist the phone back and forth with both thumbs, it zooms in and out. So just some little tweaks in there that I've done. Let me go ahead and show you though comparisons to a couple other phones. Here it is to the Thunderbolt. So you can see ridiculously thin compared to Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt's actually almost twice as thick. See that? It's big, it's heavy, it's big. Okay. Droid X2, actually not super thick down here in this half, but once you get up to that hump, you know, it basically doubles the thickness again. So, unbelievably thin. Like I said, they're calling it the thinnest smartphone there is. It's ridiculously light, feels amazing in hand. hands down right now my favorite phone. I've actually sort of slid the Thunderbolt away for a little bit just to play with this phone because it's that good. Like I said, 1.2 gigahertz processor, gig of RAM, 4.3 inch Super AMOLED Plus, 8 megapixel camera. It's got 2 megapixel on the front. Has 16 gig onboard storage, so it's not skimping like HTC does on some of their phones. It actually has 16 gig onboard, and then it also has SD card support, which I wasn't thinking it would. And I threw a 32 gig card in, so you can see right there I got 32 gig SD card, and I got another. Well, the operating system takes up some, so I still got 11 gig though of onboard. So you got a ridiculous amount of storage, great camera, great video, GPS has worked well. It's just got a lot of stuff going on. This is hands down my favorite phone right now, and I just want to show it to you guys so you can sort of get a preview of what it's going to look like, what it's going to do before we get it on Verizon, hoping that we do get it on Verizon. Oh, other thing I wanted to mention is the battery. A lot of people worried about that Super AMOLED Plus not lasting that long. I used it all day on 3G yesterday, got 12, 13 hours out of it, and still had 25% battery left. So battery life is not a problem with this device. And yeah, just wanted to give you guys a look. Check it out, Samsung Galaxy S2. We're going to have more at the blog going through this device, showing you what to expect once we get it on Verizon. Hopefully it gets 4G LTE chip and you will all buy it and enjoy the hell out of it. So anyway, Droid Life, we're out. Peace.